So, good evening, good evening. We are back again. Further free uploads on the channel. Make sure you go and check out the other two. Lucas Torreira wants to return back to Italy. So that looks like it could potentially happen. And listen, good luck to him. Ain't quite worked out at Arsenal. No animosity whatsoever with Lucas Torreira. And we knew that he didn't want to come to us in the first place. So go and check that video out if you haven't already. Also, go and check out the first video on the channel. Make sure you check that one out. That was dropped at about lunchtime today. That was about Isak. Thank you very much to all of you guys that have told me how to pronounce his name. It's not Isaac or Isak. It is Isak. So thank you very much to all the Swedes in the chat. Big up all of the Swedes in the chat. Big up everyone in the chat. You lot are real ones. Make sure you follow the channel. Subscribe. It's free. This content is free. You don't have to pay to watch this. And make sure you put a big thumbs up on the video as well. Also, I am doing a giveaway first week of July. So get involved. It's going to be an Instagram giveaway. If you're not following me on Insta, which 44,000 of you are not, then what are you waiting for? I know you've all got Insta. So stop doing a Mikel Arteta and get straight over to the gram and make sure you're following me on Instagram. Big up to all of you lot. And thank you very much to everyone who's already done that. I appreciate it. But we are going to speak about Ben White again. This deal looks like it's coming closer and closer towards an end, and it does look like £50 million with the add-ons included is going to be the final fee. 45 million plus 5 million in add-ons. I'm actually flabbergasted. I genuinely can't understand how we are going to pay so much money for a player at Brighton that is not Yves Bissouma. Like, that is just mind blown. It's mad. It's genuinely unbelievable. But listen, this kid is actually a very good footballer. Like, let's be real here. But do we, number one, need a centre-back? Mavropanos has left the club, by the way. He's gone. He's staying at Stuttgart, or Stuttgart, should I say. And he was never really going to do anything at Arsenal. It was just it was just a cheap and cheerful, shut the fans up kind of signing. Everyone got excited over it, thinking he could be the next Tony Adams. And the reality is he was never good enough for us in the first place. Listen, I wish him well. Good luck to him in whatever he does in the future. But we have got so many centre-backs. Obviously, David Luiz is another one that's left. His contract has come to an end, or coming to an end on the 30th of this month. So, again, he's going to be gone. We've then got Marie. Barely see him. Gabriel, hot and cold. Although I do think both of them are all right. William Saliba. That for me, if we sign Ben White, would suggest that Saliba's gone. We've then got Rob Holding, Callum Chambers. Callum Chambers is more a right back these days than he is a centre back. And again, he can play in midfield. So he's a utility player more than anything. He's not necessarily an out and out centre back. And I don't actually think he's that good at centre back. So I'd much rather, if he is to stay at the club, see him as a backup right back maybe. But I do think that we should potentially cash in on Callum as well, because at the end of the day, is he really good enough? Probably not. But Saliba, I think he'll be going. We're going to get around 20 odd million quid unless he goes on loan. So that's some money back in the pot towards Ben White. I do think that as a football club, you need 4 centre-backs, maybe 5 if you are challenging in European competitions. The fact that we're not makes this deal just strange. It really does. I'm genuinely confused as to why. Number one, like I said, we're going to do business with Brighton and it's not for Bissouma. And number two, the actual fee for this lad, 50 million. Let's have it right here. 50 million pounds is some serious wedge, right? And especially for a player that, genuinely, is he that much better than what we've got? I don't know. Listen, I think he's better than Rob Holding because I don't rate him. Is he better than Pablo Marie? Maybe, yeah, probably. We haven't really seen a lot of Marie. Like I said, he's played, 15, 16 games for us. Sounds stupid. But Marie's obviously later down the road in his career compared to Ben White. Gabriel, I think, is the same age. And again, we only paid 20 odd million quid for him. On the ball, I worry about him at times. In the tackle, I worry about him at times. He's too, wants to get in and go in hard too often, and that can come unstuck quite a few times. Then you've got Saliba, and it's Saliba's cool on the ball. He's a big, strong, physical guy. Headering ability ain't that great, but I don't think any of our centre-backs are that great in the air. Rob Holding can be at times. David Luiz can be at times, but obviously he's leaving. I'm just genuinely baffled as to, number one, why we're targeting a centre-back as our main signing and the top wedge. And number two, why we are just sitting here going, cool, Ben White. Like, out of all the centre-backs we could go for, we're going for Ben White. Now listen, just because he's not the funky name, the hipster's choice with the exotic sounding name, doesn't mean he's not any good. He is a good centre-back, let's have it right. But like I said, is he light years or levels above what we genuinely have? I'm not convinced. I may be convinced. I may see him play more often than I did watching Brighton last season, although I did watch quite a bit of Brighton. But I was never really like, oh, he's a player. Listen, on the ball, he's a very good player. It probably didn't help him that he was playing at a club that was fighting relegation most of the season. But at the same time, I'm like, out of all the centre-backs out there that we could have picked, Ben White is our main target for the summer transfer window. I just think that's weird, if I'm honest. I genuinely do. Listen, hopefully it won't come back to bite us. We've seen with these big money centre-back signings we've done over the years, Mustafi, that it does come back and bite you on the backside in the end, to the point where you have to pay the geezer to leave. But I don't know. I wouldn't say that I'm excited. Like, maybe I'm just being harsh. I don't know. You guys let me know. Like, what do you think? Like, this channel is all about you as well as me. Yes, I sit here and I host and give my opinions. But at the same time, this channel has been built up over the last 2.5 years off of you guys, giving your thoughts, giving your opinions. So I'd love to know what you lot think. For me, it's just, I'm not disappointed, but I'm not overly excited by it. And I'm just like, wow, 50 million. Maybe it's the price tag that's putting me off. Maybe if he was 30 million, I wouldn't have batted an eyelid. But 50 million? I'm sorry. I think that's way too much for Ben White. And I think that we could have been doing that on a midfielder, maybe two. But it is what it is. Listen, you guys let me know in the comments. Is he worth 50 million? I already know the answer to that one. Let me know if you rate him. In fact, give me a score out of 10. How much do you rate him? 1 being not a lot, 10 being he's unreal. Give me a score. What do you rate Ben White? Sorry about the alarm going off. It's not mine. And leave that in the comment section. And make sure you go and check out the other videos on the channel as well. I do appreciate each and every one of you. Have a blessed Friday night, whatever it is you're doing. I'm off for dinner and cocktails. So yeah, could be feeling that in the morning. But listen, make sure you subscribe. Don't forget, follow the Instagram as well. And don't forget, Arteta out and Southgate out.